A few years ago, I started playing softball with viewers of this channel. And the second time that we ever played, a guy showed up by the name of Eric de Santiago, who a lot of you know by the nickname of Coop. And I somehow didn't like him at first, because my very first interaction with him was him interrupting me during filming to tell a joke that wasn't very funny. But I pretty quickly learned that that was a rare case of him failing at comedy, and that he's actually an incredibly funny guy. And despite not being one of the better players, he often couldn't play at all because of health issues, he quickly became one of my favorite people on the crew, and he became a favorite of the viewers, of you guys. The first time that we ever went out of state to play softball, to Boston in 2016, I only invited 2 players, Benny, of course, and the other player was Coop. When we got to the field in Boston to play softball, about 300 kids were waiting for us, and they all came sprinting right at us when they spotted us. It was actually a pretty amazing sight to see, and I'm very glad that I got to experience that moment with Coop. The vast majority of you guys watching this, you've never met Coop. Most of you have never talked to him in any way. And he didn't even say a whole lot on camera, so you didn't really get to know him very well at all from the videos. There's a lot of things you didn't see. You didn't see him go out of his way to offer rides to other players, picking them up to take them to the field. Usually the kids, like Javi, who sometimes wouldn't have been able to go otherwise. You didn't see how nice he is. You didn't see how he would never complain or make excuses for anything, and he had more right to complain than most. Coop was in a bad car accident several years ago that greatly diminished the capacity of his lungs, making it very difficult for him to breathe, especially if he's doing any activities like trying to play softball. He used to be a pretty athletic guy. There's a very old video of him on YouTube doing this dance called the worm. So that accident took a lot away from him, but he never whined about it. Seems like most people nowadays, especially young people, they whine about everything, and they act like the world is against them because, they lost a game of Fortnite. And I'm no exception. I've done quite a bit of whining in my life, but I wouldn't be surprised if most of the softball crew learned about Coop's car accident from watching this video just now. Because he didn't talk about it. He didn't want sympathy. He just wanted to make the best out of life, and he tried to live his life to the fullest. So you didn't get a chance to see all of that, to really get to know him. But a lot of you love him anyway, because what you did see was how much we all loved him. I mean, he was the only player who actually got applause when his name was called out to be picked for a team. You saw that we loved him, and I guess you figured there must be a pretty good reason for it, so you loved him too. I think the best measure of anyone is probably how much their friends like them, because I'm sure you all know someone who you technically call a friend, because, you hang out with them pretty often, but you actually don't like them very much, and you wish they weren't part of your group. But it's hard to imagine anyone ever feeling that way about Coop. Last Thursday, I went to an Angels game with Coop and a bunch of the softball crew. Coop had recently got a scooter because of his declining health. He needed it to get around. And the scooter broke down on one of those long ramps at Angel Stadium. And he didn't complain about it because he had a bunch of friends with him who fixed it right away, because we all love Coop. There's no easy way to say this, and I'm incredibly sorry to have to tell you this, but 2 days after that Angel game on Saturday, Coop had a heart attack and passed away. When there's someone who you would do anything for, it's incredibly painful to know that there's nothing you can do for them, that nothing can fix this. I just learned a few months ago from Coop that his favorite videos to watch on YouTube are those power washing videos, where people use those pressure washers to magically clean dirty old carpets or cars or walkways or anything. Coop said that it's very satisfying and peaceful to watch things be made new again, to bring out their color again. I wish there was a powerful enough pressure washer to blast away the pain of this loss. But unfortunately, that has not been invented yet. So all that's left for us to do is follow Coop's example by living our lives to the fullest, no matter what problems we're dealing with. He never gave up, and neither should we. I love you, Coop. We all love you.